I'm here with Shannon Noble from Lyda Law Firm, an attorney and lobbyist located in Austin, Texas. Hello, Shannon.
Hi, Mark.
So first of all, tell me about your practice.
My practice is largely government affairs. I represent trade associations before the Texas legislature and state agencies, and have been doing that for more than 30 years.
So tell us, for people who don't know, about what a trade association is.
A trade association is generally a nonprofit organization formed to further the interests of its members in a certain trade or profession.
Great. So now, if small business owners or independent contractors of a certain type don't belong to a trade association or don't have a trade association that represents them, is that something that a group of small business owners can come together to create themselves?
They could, or they could join an existing organization. There is one called the National Federation of Independent Business that represents all types of small businesses. But certainly, and it does happen from time to time, that groups of business people with a common goal will come together and form a loose association to pay for a lobbyist.
Yep, and I mentioned that because that's a service we've provided at Lyda Law Firm in a few different states, completely different types of small business owners coming together, cosmetologists, title lawyers, just you name it, it can be a trade group, and you can join a national one. The advantage of joining a smaller one or creating a smaller one is then you have, you're more of a big fish within the small pond of the trade organization, steering and guiding its mission. Of course, a larger pond has greater resources, so that's something that we could talk through with you. But what do you enjoy about representing trade groups?
I like that they have multiple members. They typically have thousands of members around the state. And in terms of advocacy, if the members get engaged in the mission, the advocacy mission, and actually reach out to their state representative or senator when we ask them to, those numbers can have a huge impact on the outcome of legislation.
That's a really good point. And, I've also seen you represent other types of clients in your practice in other types of avenues. You've done great advocacy as well as estate planning for clients. So you're an experienced attorney in a few different areas as well. So I would definitely recommend people reach out to you for whatever you need. And if it's not something you can handle, maybe we have somebody who does, or
Sure.
someone we can refer people to. But tell me about your background.
Well, I'm a native Texan. I'm actually a native Austinite, although I didn't get to grow up here. My parents moved to Galveston County on the coast, and I grew up there and got back to Austin almost as soon as I could.
Oh, so okay. Here's what we're talking about. What do you love about Texas generally?
What do I love about Texas? I love the history and the folklore, and I'm a multi-generation Texan. My grandparents actually came to Texas in covered wagons a long time ago, and I'm proud of that heritage.
Very cool. And what do you love about Austin specifically?
I moved here in the late 70s when it was still a sleepy college town, liberal sleepy college town. And even though we've grown tremendously, particularly in the last 20 years, I feel like it's still retained that commitment to the environment and nature and protecting our woodlands and waterways, and that the people who move here today do so for a lot of the same reasons people did 50 years ago, even though we've gotten so big.
Okay, so shifting to clients, what can clients expect when they come to you?
Well, I try to be responsive because I know people only come to a lawyer when they have an issue that's really important to them. And I try to be efficient with their time and get the work done quickly and as easily as possible for the client. I will also always tell them the truth, which is sometimes difficult.
Mhm.
But, I don't want to make promises that are impossible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Great. And anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I consider myself a generalist in my
Mhm.
law practice. As you said, I do
Right.
wills and estate planning, and one of the niches that I've found myself in is doing estate planning and guardianship for children, families of children with special needs.
Mm-hmm.
And because and I enjoy serving those families because those needs are very specific and very necessary to take care of those things. But I also enjoy doing consumer law. I certainly like it when David wins,
Mm-hmm.
and going
Yeah.
up against Goliath doesn't worry me. And I love it when I can negotiate a settlement that my clients are happy with, or at least content with.
Absolutely. All great points. Great. Well, thank you for talking with me today.
Well, thank you.